Hello and welcome to this grounding and intention setting practice to connect to the root chakra and what makes you feel grounded. So this is recorded for the full moon in Taurus, so it would be great for anything earthy in astrology, anything yoga that you want to connect to your base, to your support, feel more supported and grounded and nourish your roots. This will be a wonderful practice for that. So it includes about 10 minutes of gentle on the mat movement that doesn't require any props. You don't even need a mat. Technically, you could just lay it on the ground. And then about 10 minutes also of laying down meditation to help set an intention from a grounded place and nourish that intention with your breath and your body. So here we go. So we have all these planets moving into Sagittarius, so we'll be threading that theme in. Major theme this week is connecting with the earth, connecting with your roots. So as you're here on your back, we're starting off on our backs. If you want to start in a Shavasana, that's fine. Or if you like to have your soles of the feet in the mat, wherever that they feel comfortable, don't worry about the placement of your feet too much. Just place them wherever they feel comfortable. Whatever shape you're in on your back, can you start to notice your base? Just notice the connection with the support below you. Notice your root. So the nakshatra that marks the beginning of Sagittarius is called mula. And as you might know, if you practice a lot of yoga, mula, like Muladhara chakra, mula is the root, like the root chakra. And also we have a full moon in Taurus coming up this week, which is an earth sign. And so we'll be doing some kind of root chakra stuff this week. So the jumping off point of that is, can you just notice your base? Can you notice, get really intimately aware with the points of contact with support below you? Can you allow yourself to become a little bit heavier there? You just release anything mentally, physically, or otherwise, keeping you from rooting fully down into your base. And then if the soles of your feet weren't already on the mat, we'll bring them there. And perhaps you bring your hands to your belly, or you could keep them down by your sides. It's really up to you, but we'll just start to get intimately aware with our breath now. So if you haven't already, can you notice what your breath is like as you enter the practice? Notice the natural state of your breath. Is there any movement happening in your belly or torso? Perhaps even putting your hands there. Started to bring the movement there just as a natural habit. And then if, either way, whatever has already happened, can you inhale and expand the belly up towards the ceiling? Exhale and the belly will fall towards the floor. And then just start to ride the wave of your breath, deepening the breath like ocean waves. Just nice and smooth and even. Inhale, belly expands. Exhale, belly contracts. And can you make your breath as smooth and even as it gets? Your comfortable maximum breath. So as deep and smooth and even as you can breathe without feeling like you are gripping or holding your breath to make it take longer. So a nice flowing breath. Going in and out like ocean waves. Clearing the impressions of the mind as if they were impressions in the sand as it goes out. And then we'll just start to wake up the spine, moving with the breath. So as you exhale, just tiny little spinal articulations. Can you tilt the pelvis down so the low back presses down as the belly button presses into spine on your exhale? And then on your inhale, can you tilt the pelvis so that the low back arches up off the mat? And so let's connect with our feet here as well. So as you exhale, can you press into your feet? We're still not lifting the hips just yet, but press into the feet. to press the low back down, really press the belly button to spine. And then as you inhale, when you inhale and arch the back, can you drag your heels towards your sacrum, towards your glutes? And so just connect with your feet here. You're not actually dragging them, but energetically pulling the heels towards your body. So just move through your rounds of breath like this. Exhale, pressing into the feet as you press the low back down. Inhale, you'll sort of release the press, but it's still an energetic engagement as you pull the heels, but they're probably not going to slide if you're on a sticky mat. If you're not on a sticky mat, they might slide, but that's not the point. Can you just feel that activation? So continuing, inhale, belly expands, heels will drag towards the glutes. Exhale, as you press into the heels, press the low back down, press the belly button to spine. And then as you continue to do this, you might eventually start to press a little more on your exhales and lift the hips up into a bridge pose. But then with that inhale, now can you release all the way? So if you're lifting into bridge pose, when you inhale, can you just release any engagement of the feet and legs and belly? So from your core down, as you exhale, you'll engage all of that as you lift into a bridge pose. And as you inhale, you'll release it all as you lower and come back to that starting place. And then just be with this cyclical engagement and releasing of really everything. It's really the first three chakras, your root, your sacral chakra, and core, solar plexus chakra. So just riding the waves of the breath still and being with the expansion and contraction of the body with the breath, of the muscles with the breath. That mirrors sort of the moon cycle, expansion and contraction. And then with the next inhale, when you lower down, with an exhale, we'll just hug the knees in. And maybe you like to rock side to side for a couple breaths there. And then with the next inhale, we'll just place the soles of the feet back down, and we'll come back to that sort of tilting of the pelvis, but this time we're going to make circular motions. So as you might still have your hands on your belly, maybe you released them a while ago, but can you bring your hands to this like spade shape, thumbs together, pointer fingers together, thumbs are somewhere near the belly button. And then as you exhale, tilt the pelvis. You might press into the feet. As you tilt the pelvis, press the low back down, belly button to spine. And then as you inhale, we'll just clock tilt as if you were there was a clock under you. And if belly button to spine is 12 o'clock, and inhale, when you tilt, arch the back is 6 o'clock. When you exhale, tilt to 12 o'clock, can you go around with the pelvis all the way to 6? And then exhale around all the way back to your neutral. So just starting to clock tilt the pelvis. It's a tiny movement and still moving with your breath. So instead of just in one direction, can you make circles now with the pelvis? And can you notice what's happening with your feet as you do that? So your knees might start to want to rock side to side or come along from the ride. Can you make your feet so still and connected with the earth now? And just have this movement coming completely from the pelvis, still moving with the breath. So exhale, go back down. Inhale around to one side, exhale around the other way. And just notice if you start kind of wanting to tilt your knees side to side as you do that. And can you root down through your feet and try to keep everything except your pelvis still? It's challenging. So then next time you exhale and come down, we'll just switch the direction of the circles. So still making little circles with the pelvis, tiny circles. But can you keep the connection of your feet without pressing into them a lot now? Keep the knees and legs still. So 2 more circles in that direction. And the next exhale, we'll just press down, and then inhale, find neutral. You might release your hands with an exhale. We'll hug the knees in again. And then with the next inhale, we'll release the knees. We'll spread the hands out to the sides like T's, like a T out from the shoulders. And so we're going to come back to this. We did this a couple weeks ago. So with an exhale, we'll take, it doesn't matter which, I'm starting with my left hand and kind of rolling over to the right. Go all the way until you come into fetal position with the hands together, right back of the hand on the ground. And then inhale, we'll roll that hand out all the way into a twist. Exhale, we'll just do a few of these here, just twisting the spine gently, seeing how rooted you can make your body as you exhale to close off, inhale to open the twist. So let's do 2 more on this side. Exhale to close off. Can you really fully arrive? Maybe pausing at the bottom of that exhale and coming to a sense of groundedness, pausing at the end of the inhale. Maybe even take a full breath. And the next time you close off with an inhale, we'll just open all the way. So back out to that T, feet come back to the ground, and then exhale, we'll roll over to the other side. Inhale to open. And you come all the way to a sense of rootedness at the top of your inhale and the bottom of your exhale. So 2 more on this side. Just opening the shoulders, twisting the spine gently. And then the next time you come open, we'll just roll all the way onto your back. So I would encourage today your meditation to perhaps be in this shape with the arms all the way out like a T and the soles of the feet on the mat. But if you really want to sit up, you could. I'm going to sit up just because I think it's easier to hear me, but I would encourage a sort of that constructive rest shape on your back with the soles of the feet in the mat for our meditation today. But if you wanted to take a different shape, it's okay. Do what works in your body. And just notice where you place your hands. Maybe you want to place them outstretched. That could be interesting, like a T out from the shoulders like we were, or maybe you want to place them somewhere else that feels more grounding to you. Just notice the shape of your body now and come back again to that awareness of your base. So it could be the same portions as when we started or different, but just notice the points of contact with support below you. And can you take a deep inhale into your entire body? And with an exhale, release anything that's keeping you from feeling the most supported. So we'll take a few rounds of breath like that. Can you inhale, deeply inhale, perhaps filling your belly all the way up to your chest and collarbones, and then just exhale from your head to your toes. Release anything mentally, physically, or otherwise that's keeping you from resting fully into the support below you. One more big round of breath like that. And then for the next inhale, let's bring our awareness to the feet. So noticing the points of contact of your feet with the support below them. Can you just get really intimately aware with your feet? So if the soles of the feet are in the mat, if it's just the heels, you can just do this awareness exercise with your heels on the mat. But if the soles of your feet are on the mat, can you feel all the points of contact? Can you get in touch with your big toe pad, your little toe pad? Is the arch of your foot lifting up off the mat? Can you feel the pinky toe side of the foot pressing into the mat? Not with a sense of activation here, with a sense of just being heavy and supported. Feel the imprint that your feet might make. If you were on some Play-Doh or memory foam, what imprint would your feet be making? And with an inhale, can you bring up this grounding, supportive energy from the support below your feet into your body, and exhale and release deeper into that support, just allowing yourself to be fully supported. Releasing any muscle tension or holding that might be keeping you from resting fully into that support, becoming heavy into what's supporting you. And then we'll turn our awareness to the pelvis. So can you notice the points of contact with support below you at your pelvis? Does your pelvis feel equally weighted from side to side? Do there feel like parts of your pelvis that are weighing a little heavier on the mat below you? Does your pelvis feel neutral, or is it tilted one or the others? Now it's not time to fix or change anything, just to kind of notice how you landed in this shape. So can you inhale this deep grounding supportive energy from the mat, from the floor, from the earth below you, and exhale and release anything around your pelvis, any tension perhaps, just allowing now everything from your pelvis down, your pelvis and feet, to rest really fully into the support below you. Bring our awareness up to the heart space, so the rib cage, the shoulders. Can you feel how your body landed on the mat in that section, that portion of your body? Notice if your one side feels different than the other, what parts feel like they're making deeper contact with the support below you. There's no right or wrong answers. You just want to cultivate awareness. And then inhale that grounding, supportive energy up through your heart space, through your rib cage and shoulders. And exhale, can you release any tension there? Just settle more fully into the support below you. We'll bring our awareness kind of down the arms, perhaps where both hands are making contact with the support below you. And can you inhale that grounding energy up through your hands and arms, the points of contact with your hands and arms with the mat. And exhale to release anything mentally, physically, or otherwise, to just allow your arms and hands to rest a little heavier. Just allow yourself to be fully supported. Notice the back of the head. So the points of contact with the back of the head and the mat. Can you notice how the back of your neck feels? And can you just let your head become a little more heavy now? And then we'll just be with the awareness of the body laying heavy on the mat, allowing your bones to sort of connect with the earth, allowing your bones to just rest more heavily into the support below you, allowing the bones to become so heavy that the flesh feels light, because your muscles are having to do almost no work to hold you in the shape you're in. Just allowing yourself to be fully supported. And then so spend the next few moments just being with the awareness of the breath. Perhaps you use that awareness of your base and points of contact with support below you as an anchor for your awareness as your mind will start to wander. Just let it, don't chase it, but just continually bring it back to that grounding connection, to that anchor, to that support. And perhaps you let an intention arise naturally, an intention for the week, perhaps an intention for the full moon. What could you release to soften more fully into support at this full moon this week? What would make you feel more rooted and grounded this week? And then just spend the next few moments being with your breath, being with your grounding awareness. And so if an intention has made itself clear to you now, just bring that into your awareness. And maybe you take the next couple breaths to either just breathe life into that intention or bring some clarity around it now. And just plant that intention in your heart space like a seed. And with an inhale, we'll breathe life into that intention, filling the belly, the chest, all the way up to the collarbones. And with an exhale, can you just settle further into your base, into that sense of rootedness? Like you're breathing your roots deeper, nourishing the roots of that intention so it can grow. So with an inhale, we'll bring up that grounding energy from the roots, nourishing grounding energy, filling the belly, the chest, the heart, breathing life into the intention. With an exhale, release, growing the roots a little deeper. And then with an inhale, we'll bring that grounding, nourishing energy, filling the body like you're filling, like plants get their nourishment from their roots. Bring that up into your body on the inhale. Exhale to just root down a little more now. Inhale. Bring that grounding energy up, nourishing your intention with the life and nutrients that come from the roots. Exhale to grow a little more rooted, a little more grounded. And then with one more big inhale, nourishing your intention with the life and nourishment from the roots. With an exhale, we'll send that intention out into the universe, out into the ethers. And then we might bring the hands to heart center. Perhaps you just want to place one palm on the heart and the other palm on that hand. And just fill the heart with energy, with nutrients, with oxygen as you breathe in. Exhale and let it go. And that will conclude our meditation. Thanks for joining me this morning.